Good morning, everybody. This is Pam from Nana's Crafting Cottage, back with you again with another fun project, fun and easy. This is a beginner style tutorial, so all my new subscribers who are beginners, welcome. I think you'll have a good time with this one. So I wanted to welcome all my new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing and joining me today. And I also wanted to say thank you to everyone who has been with me, and I appreciate all of you. So welcome back. Let's have fun. So these tags I did with some of my Tim Holtz stamps, and all it is white cardstock. That's all they are. I plan on gluing them straight down. If you weren't, you would distress the back, but I do plan on it. Very easy. So I have some more pieces cut out here. I did make them, let me get my little ruler out here. I made them a couple different sizes. The smaller size I made at 1 1/8 by 1 1/8. This size I did at 1 3/8 by 1 3/8. So I think those are the two sizes that I decided to, oh no, there's 1 1/2 by 1 1/2. So those are the three sizes that I have. You can do them however big or small you want. These bigger ones I did either eyelets, or I did do a brad in this one. And these I had some square brads that I put in, and then another round brad. So I did use the Tim Holtz cardstock, which is sandable, and I just love it. You can sand them down. You can put, and then I sanded them and then distressed them. So when you sand it, the ink goes in really good. It adheres wonderful. I have a nesting set of circle dies that I'm using this small one for the smaller circles here. I have a punch that is 5/8 inch that I'm using for these. And I do have a square punch that is, let me see how big that is. I found these punches on Amazon. It is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, let's see, almost 3/4 of an inch. Not quite. Almost. Square. So, yeah, I think it's like 9/16 or something like that. So that's the other punch I'm using too. But these two I have, well, all three sets, the nesting dies and these I found on Amazon. Okay. And then the stamps that I'm using are Tim Holtz and Stampers Anonymous. This one is Mini Glitch, and it is CMS 405. I don't know if you can see that very well. And the other one, I'm using this dial, and this is the Inspector CMS 465. So those are the two stamp sets I've used on these, as well as some from the Eccentric set of Tim Holtz that I've shared before. So let's get started. First of all, I had cut these out, and then what I did to, I got inky fingers, what I did to get the like half moon shape here on the corners is just my hole punch. And the way I did these square corners, I just snipped with my scissors. So one I will do with my handy dandy, very old hole punch. And you just do them however deep or shallow you want. And just nip them on the corners. Like that. Very easy. Okay. And then the other one is just done with scissors. And I just take a snip of each corner. There we are. Okay. And what I did do on the centers of these, I got to take care of a pencil mark here when I was measuring them, marking them, is I just cut the square and then I just nip the corners the same way. Okay, so you can do all different kinds of things with these, or just leave them square, period. Okay, so let's get stamping. And what I did on the stamping was I kind of did 2 or 4 together. And it kind of left, you know, the different design on each one. And then I just added to them. However much was on the piece from stamping it, then I added to it with other stamps. So, very easy. This one is a dial one. It's from the inspector set. Okay. And then I just ink it up with whatever color. I'm just doing black because it shows up better. And I'm doing the inking before I do the distressing of ink. Okay, so here. Now this one, I think I will just go right in the center, like that. And then they each have something, and even if it doesn't stamp well, that's fine with me. And then on this other one, let me grab a wet wipe here for my stamp. One thing I forgot to get out. Okay, and then on the others here, I'm going to do the mini glitch one that I've used before. Let me get that out. And that is this one right here. I really like that one. It gives a good background. And let's see, I'm going to put that right there. Let's get this put on. And let's ink it up. And it doesn't have to be real heavily inked. Okay. And I'm going to do that kind of in the center. So it has that. All right. Now on these, I'm going to use some different stamps from these sets. And what shall I use? I've been kind of wanting to use this one too. So let me get my long. And these blocks, these various blocks, these narrower ones here, I got on Amazon, as well as the thicker ones here. These just have a few to the set. This has like 7 to the set, all the way from this to real tiny. So that's where I got those. All right. Now I'm going to kind of separate these and just kind of play with these letters and numbers. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It can even be light like that. Just something kind of grungy looking. There we go, like that. And it probably looks like a hot mess right now. But that's what grungy is all about, right? So, this one. Okay, I wanted to play with this one too. I hadn't played with this one yet. So, I'm going to go here, here, and here. Okay. Now, I have some of my other stamps that are smaller numbers that I just kept out while I'm doing my train journal projects for the journal. And those are these smaller numbers here. It's from my eccentric set. Do that. That. And let's see, what else should I use? Da, 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 da. Let's see, let me try ticket on here. Bring him down there. And there. Okay. And you just get them to where you are happy with it. And then you just stop. And you start the rest of the process. I'm going to do one little spot right there. Just because I like a whole bunch of stuff on mine. Okay. And they can be off the tag. It does not matter. Okay. So, yep. They're a hot mess, aren't they? Yes, they are. Okay, now let's distress with ink. You can also distress the edges of these if you want, if you leave them square. It's kind of hard to do it when you've put corners out of them. I've decided against doing that on these. I just wanted to do them like this. That way, whatever I don't use in the journal, I will have for other projects. Okay. And you can do it however dark or light you want. I'm doing it with Scorched Timber Distress Oxide ink. I love this color, especially for, pardon me, a grungy project. Grungy and dark, that's what I like. Okay, there's that one. This is a very quick and easy project. I saw these on Pinterest, so this is yet another Pinterest-inspired project. And I'm just making them my own. Okay. And just ink them up. Okay. There. And we'll just get them all done, and then you will be able to see how awesome they look afterwards. At first they kind of look like a mishmash mess, don't they? Yep. But then you start doing all these other things to them and they look really cool. Okay. I hope everyone is doing well. Your week is going well. Ours is going good. And We were out yesterday assessing what to do to the chicken coop for next winter, the things that we had issues with this winter and how to fix it for next year, or next season anyway. So we're busy with that. Yeah. Okay, so what we want to do now is cut out our sandable pieces. This one I've already got cut out. So you just sand it. I have the pouncer here, the ink pouncer, and it's a sanding disc. And these are Tim Holtz sanding discs, and I love them. They're so easy. You can get down to the, the littlest areas. I have sanding paper, regular sanding paper, but it's very hard to get into some of the areas that I want to get into. So, I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so that one will go more than likely on there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and cut a bunch more on here because I didn't get them cut before I started the video. I was too excited to start. So I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I just finished doing a cutout from this die. Okay, so I have my pieces cut out, and let's go ahead and get them sanded down. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and clip these edges. So on these square ones, I'm just going to nip them just a little bit before I do the inking and sanding. There. And then this one, I think I'll do my hole punch just a little bit on the corners, just very little. Yep, it's an old one. Okay. Go. There. Just enough to give it personality. Okay, so now we can go to sanding. Get my right things here. Let me put these away, get them out the way, get them out of the way. Okay. All right. So it's just a matter of sanding however much you want off, and I love this paper. It is so easy to sand and prepare for inking. You can do it however large amount or small amount. It's just when they do get sanded, the ink does adhere really good, even better. And because it is craft cutter color cardstock on the back, that is what shows through when you sand it. So if you're able to get any of this at all, it would really be fun to use. Last year I had gotten all the sets. There's like 3 or 4 of them because there's various colors in each one. So I went ahead and got them all, and I'm still using on all of them. I mean, it doesn't take much. They do last a long time. I think there's like 2 sheets of each color in each package too, so they go a long way. And especially for projects like this, they last a long time. Let's see, let me get that off of there from the die. Okay. I know it's boring watching me sand, but I just wanted to show you the difference that it makes when you do that on a project, especially if you want to do a grungy project. Even if it's not super grungy, you can use a different ink on this, like vintage photo, and it would just give it a lighter aging. But I want the darker aging on this because the journal is a grungy one. Okay, so they're all prepared that way. So let's go ahead and ink them up. And that's a quick process. Okay. They just start looking better and better all the time. Start looking older and older. And if you use a different paper, you can also crinkle up your squares and ink them so that you can see the lines in them. I've done that before. I just didn't want to do that on these. Okay. There we go. Yeah, we've had several sunny days here in Northwest Oregon. And so it's been really nice. My chickens have loved it. But the weather's going to start turning south today, so and it'll be that for about a week and a half. But that's typical here in the Northwest. Nothing new. But while we can, we're trying to get the girls' coop taken care of. It's not a big deal. It's just something that we have to fix. We had so much rain this year that, oh, don't even get me started. It was crazy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is glue these to the center. I'm going to use my tweezers. Trying to use up this glue still. I'm still on it. Can you believe it? Oh my goodness. These bottles last forever, literally. Okay, so I'll put that in the center. And on these centers, the bigger ones, I have a tendency to use the eyelets on because there's more room on there. And the smaller ones, I use the brads. I do have smaller brads than what I have out, but I thought they would be too small because they're pretty tiny. But you do what you want. There's no rules to anything. And if you're just getting started in junk journaling and ephemera and stuff, I have been there. I have. And yeah, so I'm glad that there are some newbies out there that have started with me. It is so good to have you here. And hopefully these are helpful videos for you. And if you ever have any questions, please feel free to ask. Okay. And if I don't know a specific answer, I will find it out and get it for you. I'm not just going to say, oh, I have no idea. No, I wouldn't leave you hanging. I definitely will help you out. Okay, I think that is it. All right. So let me close my ink up. All right. Now what I like to do is I just kind of eyeball it and mark where I want to put my eyelet holes or my brad holes. So hopefully I can see this. Yeah, I can. Okay, there. And there. Yep. Okay. And here. Here. And this is really a pretty quick project because it's not even a half an hour yet. Okay, of course I had the pieces cut out, but with a paper cutter that takes, you know, no time at all. Okay, so I want to get my crocodile here, get the biggest hole, and I'll do the bigger ones with eyelets. So I just put my little mark right in the center of the hole and make sure it looks like it's centered on here. Okay, there we go. So I'll do all the holes and then I'll go back and do all the hardware. So I mean, after all, grungy things have to have hardware, right? You betcha. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put an eyelet on this one because I can. And this one. And this one. Okay. Okay, those will have eyelets. Now, put that aside, get my little hole punch. Not really hole punch, but you can see that little stem. It's like just a little stem on there. And that will be for the brads. And I just line it up best I can and punch. Okay. And do it here. And there we go. All right, that away. Now, I need to get all this stuff out the way here. Okay. Now, for the brads, I'm just going to use the round ones this time. So these are what they look like, and I get them on Amazon also. Okay. So we'll just put it on, and because I'm just going to be gluing them straight down, I just put it on, push, you're good to go. And then this is the other brad one. And I love the bronze color. I use that 99% of the time. I have other colors of these, but I very seldom use them. Okay, there's that one. All right, now we will get the eyelets out. Put some out. Okay. And we'll go ahead and get these put on. Again, I like the bronze color, and these are We Are Memory Keeper eyelets, and I had to order some more, and they came here the other day because I go through so many of them. I have some larger ones that are off-brand ones, but they're a little bit harder to figure out what hole to use because they are, like I said, bigger ones. Like, they can get done. I've used them, but yeah, this is just so quick and easy with these eyelets that I just keep using them. And if they're off center just a little bit like this one, oh well, I'm not worried about it. These are handmade after all, right? Okay. There we are. Wow. And there are the finished products. Pretty cool, huh? So I hope you are inspired to try something like this. And if you do, send me some pictures on Instagram or my Nana's Crafting Cottage Facebook page. I've had other ladies who were inspired by something I've done and have shared on there. I really appreciate it. It's a lot of fun to see what you do. So I will see you guys on Saturday, and I am really, really hoping that it will be a flip through of the train journal. Wouldn't that be nice, right? Okay, guys, you have a wonderful day. God bless you, and be safe out there. See you next time. Bye.